Welcome to this installment of the OXY3. So we're going to open up the box. We're going to take a look. I'm not going to do a complete unboxing. There's plenty of videos already available on that. But before we get into the box, let's cover over the electronics that I'll be using. I do have a Neo that is attached to another helicopter right now. That's not in here, but that will be installed with this kit. We're going to use the BK3000 series cyclic servos, 3001 HVs. I'm going to have to order the tail because the tail servo that I currently have is the 5001, which is for a 360 class heli. The ESC I'm using is I believe it's the 40 amp? Yeah, the 40 amp Platinum Hobby Wing. The connectors are the Supra RC Pro Plus connectors for 12-14 gauge wire. I will tell you that 12 gauge wire is really tight inside these connectors, and you have to be spot on with your soldering or you will have issues. But the 14 gauge wire goes through without a hitch. So that's that. And then these are keyed to only go a certain direction. So the positive lead, this one, is smaller than the negative lead. The negative lead is bigger, and I have it set up for negative on the ESC to have the male and the positive to be female. You can really do this any way you want with these connectors. Either way, it could be positive or negative. That part doesn't matter, just as long as you stay consistent. And then the motor is the EX2214 4100 kV motor. So that's what I'm going to be using. This is good for 3S, 4S setups. There is a 6S motor that you could put on this kit. Unless you plan on really smacking this thing out, I don't think you'll need 6S on it, unless you just want that power. So those are just the electronic basics that I'm using. Now we're going to get into the kit. This is the Tarek Al-Sadi 2018 edition. This is a redesign, or shall I say an improvement over the old design. There's a lot of different components to this particular version than the stuff that was produced in 2017 and earlier. You get assigned, it's an actual photograph. It's not just it's not some cheap card that they put in there. It's an actual photograph that they made for you. You have your accessory bag, tail belt, and battery retaining straps, extra fasteners, blade holder. These are the tail blades I'm going to be using. This does not come in the kit. This is something you have to buy separate. This kit is a no blades kit. You have to buy your own blades, so keep that in mind. So I'm going with I believe these are the 41s. No, the 50 millimeter tails, which is geared more towards the lower head speeds. We'll get into that later. Got the canopy. It comes nicely wrapped in this foam. Inside the canopy, you'll have a one-piece landing gear set with fasteners. And this is the canopy. So like I said, this is the Tarek Al-Sadi edition. This is even different than the previous Tarek edition of the OXY3. Canopy's different. They say it's made out of carbon fiber, the canopy. I mean, It's hard to really tell in my lighting. I mean, it feels like fiberglass to me, but they say that it's carbon fiber. I guess we'll find out. So that's the canopy for the OXY3 Trek Edition. We're going to go with the boom next, since it's the easiest thing to get out. If this had blades in it, the blades would also be in this box, but there's no blades in this kit. So inside the boom is your control rod. So that's the boom. This end is going to be the tail box end. This is going to be the heli end. And let's go into the bottom of the box. Pull out the frame side. So at the bottom of the box, you get your frame side, you get your frame stiffeners, which are aluminum anodized orange, which is one of the, I guess you call it one of the improvements to this particular kit. The standard OXY3 2018 edition, this part is carbon fiber. It's just it's a doubler, but for the Trek edition, they made it anodized aluminum, and I believe they have a black anodized component that you could order instead of the orange, which is cheaper. So all the orange stuff that they have available is more expensive just because it's the Trek edition. Thought I saw a bag of screws in there too. But yep, those are the frame sides. And then you get a registration card with the serial number. Mine is 14. So I don't know if it's 14 for that series of numbers or if I actually got number 14 kit. So here's your tail assembly, tail case assembly, stabilizer fin, vertical fin, and the other side, whatever it's called. But anywho, that is machined aluminum, which looks pretty nice. We'll see how this thing goes together. So, got the grommets, or the beauty rings for the fasteners, all anodized orange. Again, on the standard kit. I don't even think you get these in the standard kit. And if you did, they would be black. Alright, so this is the Trek Edition main gear. My presumptions on this is that this is the CNC main gear instead of the molded CNC gear. And it appears that this part, your tail drive pulley, is machined aluminum. Lower bearing block, machined aluminum, anodized black. You get 2 pinions in the kit. We'll cover over the pinions later. These are your tail servo mounts. These fasten to the boom. Again, if it's orange, it's aluminum, so I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Again, on the standard kit, these would be black. Main block, main grips, DFC connections. This will be my first DFC build. They do have a conversion kit for this head that will convert it to the standard head with swash followers, but the kit is standard with DFC. And the blade grips on the standard kit are anodized black. There's 2 main blocks, obviously, an upper and a lower. I believe these are interchangeable. It doesn't really matter which one you use for top or bottom. The difference with this set is it is stamped with the Trek Edition, and the standard kit, obviously, that would not be. As I'm going through this, I'll just let you know that anything from the standard 2018 kit is compatible with this kit. It's just you're not getting the fancy marking, stampings, and anodizing. Tail grips, same thing. If it's orange on this kit, the standard kit, it would be black. Your belt. This kit is also stretched by default, so that's another thing. tail pitch lever, bell crank, tail block. On the standard kit, these are black. Looks like the kit does come with tail blades. I thought it said no blades, but apparently it does. It comes with tail blades. And I'm not sure which of the two these are. These may be, I'll have to compare them to the orange ones that I have, since the orange ones are the 50s. These are probably the 47s or 45s. I'm not sure. So we'll have to take a look at that. Pitch ladder, anti-rotation bracket, and I believe the canopy mount, the sacrificial canopy mount pieces. Swash. This swash is reconstructable. You can tear it down and rebuild it. If you're noticing, a lot of this stuff already has fasteners, balls, and everything are already attached. Some of them need to be taken out and thread locked. Some do not. Lower bearing block, tail output shaft and pulley, battery tray. I'm not sure if this is molded or if this is 3D printed. My guess is this is molded on this kit. Main shaft with adjustable collar, and then servo arms and linkages. So that's basically the kit. So this is just a quick overview of the kit. I didn't want to do a complete unboxing, but apparently we went ahead and did it anyways. Real quick, I did say that this was a bearing block earlier. This is not. This is your motor mount. So yeah, it's your motor mount, not a bearing block, because your lower bearing block is right here. So this is all the stuff that comes in the kit. I did take a quick look. These two pieces are specific. They may be the same design, but they are intended for specific locations. This is the middle one, or the lower of the main, the lower main, and this is the upper main because of all the silk screening that's on it. And they are shaped a little bit different. They are different designed, so pay attention to that. So yeah, that's the kit. Boom, canopy, skids, frames. Looks like it's going to be a fairly simple build. So we will get started on this build. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.